Hi everyone, many of us are on LinkedIn and it's a great place to build a professional identity and network. And I think it's also a very good place where you can start building a strong personal brand. Now, usually we tend to have this impression that brand is something which is associated with the domain of marketing, and we don't see ourselves as someone who's capable of having a brand of our own. We don't see ourselves as an entity who is creating experiences for others through interactions with them. And I want to sensitize everyone today regarding how they can build a personal brand on LinkedIn. Now, first things first, when you decide to build a personal brand on LinkedIn, it's a given that you should have a profile on LinkedIn. I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty of how you can create a profile and which are the different parts and things like that, because I want to start you off on something else, setting a higher standard and level of expectation of yourself and building a brand. So first thing you need to do is you need to decide what exactly it is that you want to be known for. So you need to identify your core competencies. Now, a core competencies is a term which is associated with management theory and was created or coined by C.K. Prahlad and Gary Hanel. And a core competency is something which sets you apart. In the context of a firm, it sets you apart from your competitors. So, say, your Nike, and Nike is known for sports apparel and accessories. But what's the core competency of Nike? The core competency of Nike is that it uses modern technology and innovation to create high quality products. So you need to identify what is it that you want to be known for. So, do you want to be known as an author, blogger, consultant, manager, brand evangelist, graphic designer, a creative thinker, entrepreneur? What is it that you want to be known for? Identify that, and this requires a little bit of self awareness, reflection, and what I'd like to call an inventory taking of your personal skills. What is it that you're really good at and you excel at? And then what is it that you'd like to offer to the world and get paid for? So if you're very good at public speaking, would you like to be a speaker, or would you like to be, if you're really good at influencing and persuading people, do you want to be an influencer or do you want to be a life coach? So decide what exactly it is that you want to be known for. Identify your core competencies, because that will help you establish your own distinct identity. That is what branding does. It differentiates you from others in the market. Now, ask yourself, what's your USP? What's your unique selling proposition? Now, each one of us, just like our fingerprints, is unique. We are all blessed with different gifts, qualities, skills, temperaments, and we need to start seeing ourselves from a different perspective. When you want to build a personal brand, you have to start seeing yourself as a product. Just like a product, you, with every interaction that you have with someone, you create an experience. You can leave someone feeling happy, positive, by delivering your work on time, by taking care of every detail. You can be seen as reliable and responsive. On the other hand, if you fail to respond to people when they reach out to you, you don't bother to answer, you never follow up, you could come across as unreliable and unprofessional. So you need to start seeing yourself as a product and identifying what is it exactly that would be my unique selling proposition. So if you're a photographer, if you take photos where which are extremely natural, then you that becomes your USP when compared to anybody can make someone who is wearing a lot of makeup and has got their hair done and all look very nice, but taking raw pictures which are real and which make a person look natural and beautiful, that could be your USP. So start seeing yourself as a product and identifying exactly what it is that sets you apart from others. How can I further differentiate and build? And the core competency will lead you to this. It will lead you to your unique selling proposition. Now, the other thing that you need to do when you are building your personal brand on LinkedIn is using SEO keywords, that is search engine optimization keywords. Now, where would you use them? You can use them in your headline, summary, experience, and skills section. So, if I want to be known as an author, and I want to say that I am a freelance writer, I have written so many books, I've written so many articles, I've written for so many publications, or I've developed web content for so many websites, then all this has to come in my headline, summary, experience, and skills, so that I can drive the right traffic. I can be found by the right people by using SEO keywords in all this, in my headline, summary, experience, and skills. Now, mantra for people taking note of you in life, not only on LinkedIn, is, if consistency. If you want to be taken seriously, you have to be consistent. Now, how can you be consistent on LinkedIn? You can be consistent on LinkedIn by posting articles or your thoughts regularly, engaging with others, commenting on their posts and giving valuable feedback on what they have written or agreeing with them, starting a conversation with someone around a topic. Like if you want to be known as an entrepreneur, or someone who is looking to start up, or you already are a startup founder, then you need to build a conversation around probably the most recent development on the Indian startup horizon, 6 unicorns in 5 days. So you need to start building this kind of conversation, so you can post about it, you can talk to others about it online by commenting, writing, and engaging with people who have written similar things, and also be consistent in building connections. Now, when you're building connections, make sure that you do it on a regular basis. So if somebody sends you a request, a connection request, then don't take forever to respond to it. Try to take care of it as soon as possible. Sometimes it becomes difficult for us, but we can give some time for this. So we need to be really consistent if we want to build a strong personal brand. It's just as simple as this. It's like you buy a certain detergent brand and you keep using it. Why? Because every time it washes your clothes very well, it gets rid of all stains and leaves your clothes smelling fresh and feeling soft and clean. Now, if your detergent does this every time, you will continue to buy it. If it does it only once or twice and then never again, you will not buy it. So same way, if you want people to take you seriously on LinkedIn, please make sure that you post, engage, converse, and build connections on a regular basis. something that makes us, each one of us, truly indispensable and valuable in relationships in life, be they personal and professional, is being a contributor. So even on LinkedIn, you need to contribute. Stop thinking about what's in it for me. Am I going to get a job? Am I going to get a connection with so and so influencer or the HR of this particular company who I want to work with? Instead of that, focus on working on yourself by contributing. So remember that content is king, and all of us have been consuming more of content ever since we've gone into lockdown. Not that we were not consuming it earlier, but it's more now that our consumption has increased. So you need to give people more valuable, useful content and keep sharing. Like, I've come across these influencers on LinkedIn who have absolutely no qualms about talking about their mental health struggles, their addiction, their social anxiety, and they share about it. And this obviously is not from a victim perspective, it is to help others to become a better version, or to make people understand that yes, even the most powerful influencer on LinkedIn has had his or her highs and lows, and this is how you can navigate it. So I can see people who started second chances recruitment agencies for prisoners and recovering addicts, who have been freely sharing their own story of recovery from addiction. So share and share. Content is king. Be a contributor, be a giver, and definitely you'll get noticed. Understand your influence. Now, each one of us is an influencer in our own right. We never realize it. We always look at influencers as somebody out there on Instagram, YouTube, somewhere, or LinkedIn even, and that person everybody listens to, they have thousands of followers. But understand your influence at your individual level. How can you enrich this professional networking platform? Firstly, by being professional, not behaving like this is some social networking platform where you post personal things, that is irrelevant personal details which people post on other websites and platforms. I don't want to name those sites. I'm sure everyone gets the drift. So be professional, be respectful towards others. So if somebody says something on a particular topic or a particular subject, if you don't agree, you can agree to disagree in a respectful manner. You can present your view in a respectful manner instead of trashing that person. And I think all of us need to be a little careful of our tendency to go off at a tangent, because we have so much screen time that we have stopped seeing other people as human. We just behave like as if our actions and our words do not hurt others or do not have any implications for others. So understand your influence and understand that this is professional networking. It is not just any social networking site. It is a professional networking site. Yes, it is a social network, but it is professional. Finally, I would say something that helps you build a personal brand is what helps build any brand anywhere in the world: endorsements and recommendations. They count and they add to reliability. So if you're buying something on Amazon, obviously you look at the star rating and you look at the reviews. And if even if you want to watch a movie, you tend to do that. You look at the star rating and you look at the reviews. So in order for people to take note of you and to rather take cognizance of who you are and how you can contribute to their organization, is through endorsements. Ask people very nicely for recommendations, and those who know you, those who see value in your work, will definitely endorse and recommend you. If you ask someone for a recommendation or an endorsement and they don't give it, you need not feel bad about it. Accept it with grace and look at the next person. But definitely don't go on a spree asking everybody to do that. Like, for example, if my students endorse me for my teaching skills, or somebody endorses me for my public speaking skills, or someone I've created web content for endorses me for my writing skills, that makes sense and is relatable. So please work on this aspect, but don't go overboard and don't take it personally also. That if someone you approach does not endorse you, that's fine. But definitely try to build up this section of your LinkedIn profile, because it will help you build your personal brand. Thank you for listening, and I hope you found all these tips helpful. Please don't forget to leave your comments and feedback on this video, and please don't forget to share it with others who you feel will benefit from this content. Thank you. This is Dr. Mariam Narona.